A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup. A clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's got it down the field. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
To throw, Manning. Moving out to the right. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's a fumble! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Under fire. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Handoff for Frazier. And they're able to get him down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is
fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room.
The safeties are usually the quarterbacks of the defense. They're getting everybody lined up. They're coming down in the box and making big tackles, but they also do a great job in the back end with their coverage, breaking on the football, getting the big INT.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Arch Madness. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his size and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. It's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. He'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field credit? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
3rd down from the gun. Manning unloads to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. The field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but
they'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Dogs want to pick up the tempo.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there's a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
Oh, that putt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Arch is going to throw for it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to scramble. He'll throw it. Puts it out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got an open man. So it's not just a strong run. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. Here's a give to Frazier. Finding some room. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
It's complete to the right. But, and he's got room. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
From the red zone, it's Frazier. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Got room at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front. And
here's Manning to throw. Quarterback adapting. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. This quarterback, part of their running game, doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab in the end zone.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He fires one deep over the middle. Makes a deep grab. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it to the back. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Offense changing the play. Handoff for Frazier. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Manning. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. Again, it's Brown. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Manning on play action. Quarterback moving. The throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 10 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Gamecocks in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Big, tall receiver. Figured the quarterback has an easy target. Not this time. Missed it badly.
And a lot of those big guys, they don't necessarily, some of them do, some of them are freak shows, but a lot of those big guys don't run great all the time, and you want to get physical and disrupt those routes and disrupt that timing. You could tell the timing was a little bit off on that.
The Dogs are marching down the field. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's a give to Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Bulldogs in the hurry up. The RPO, it's complete. Makes the grab in their space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Handoff, Frazier running left. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And his throw is incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for.
They get through, and it's blocked.
Yeah, you saw how they just overloaded the left-hand side that time. They were able to overwhelm the offensive line, get in the backfield, and then get their paws up to block that kick.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Makes it past the marker. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. running at the 35. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Texas! They take the lead with the 6.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man down the middle. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage and one to the up man. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution.
Maybe a crease. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Fires to the tight end. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Caught. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part, probably the hardest too, getting him on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. It's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Frazier. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking for a huge play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. He's going to throw deep right side. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Texas offense. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Throwing Manning. Stepping to the right. Uncorks it. On target to the left. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the back.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man...
Going deep. Got it.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They want to run this quarterback. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Brown. And he's in! Touchdown, Texas! The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
First part of the equation complete with the touchdown. Now the 2-point try if you want to make the deficit just a field goal. Here's Arts to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Just a terrific effort to make the one-handed grab, but he couldn't get past the mark.
Well, how about how easy he made it look? Just sticks the mid up in the air. I know he didn't get the first down, but just no big deal. Just I've done this before. You know, another day at the office.
Handoff for Frazier. Got enough for the first. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldog! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. To throw, Manning. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, this situation of the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field.
And he's got it at the 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Defense playing a bail technique. Arch Madness. Pressure coming, and they got it. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play?
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Makes the grab. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here of the game in the fourth quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium, and on that fourth down, they're able to hook up, move the stick.
Good, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, they got their hands team out there for a reason, and that's why in these situations you put receivers, tight ends, and dudes that can hold on to the football, knowing that, hey, all we got to do is recover this onside kick, and David, we win the game.
And man, this is such a low percentage play, right? Like, it's so hard to kick an onside and actually have it bounce correctly and go right. You're right, they put the right players on the field. They didn't get the good bounce, and this one's over.
So now it's second and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee.